All right, we're going.
Let's go.
Adam Ray.
Yep. We're going already.
Dude.
Honored to be here. Known you forever. Been a big fan of the pod.
Forever.
Yep.
Forever.
Let's take it back. When did I truly meet you? I want to say the Comedy Store, and you were wearing a backpack.
Okay, the backpack thing.
Whitney.
This is it. The backpack Whitney was an era. That was a real era.
It was before Taylor Swift's Eras tour. Whitney had the backpack comedy tour. But you would bring a backpack, and no one wore backpacks unless you were a school shooter. But you weren't. But you were, well, with your jokes.
Well, they were killing. I wasn't.
Sniping. Oh my God, we'll be right back. But you were nice. I just remember big smile. And
just fear, just terrified. Like,
no, not even that. Genuine. Yeah. But we can all do that smile.
I couldn't. Okay, so when I started, I needed to make it so badly.
Yeah.
That I would break down how long things took.
Whoa. So you weren't wasting time?
I had this like whatever OCD, high functioning autism of like, I wore Velcro shoes because I was like, well, if you tie your shoes every day, that's like 20 seconds.
Holy shit.
And I'd be saving like 10 minutes a week or whatever it was.
Wow.
Yeah. And
that feels crazy, but that is probably something everyone could benefit from. You just were taking time management up a notch, yeah?
Yeah, dude. I've been Goggins. I've been staying hard. Okay.
I've been Goggins.
And I was so obsessed with controlling the things I could control because once going into like the comedy where you can control pretty much nothing. I guess that was like whatever.
That makes sense.
Instead of doing whatever drug or whatever, I was like, I'm going to have 3 journals and I'm going to have this journal's going to be ready and I'm going to have the perfect pen to write the perfect joke. Like I was a psycho. And the backpack thing was like, if I have a purse, people are going to think I'm like a girl and I'm trying to like gender myself. I was transitioning before all y'all motherfuckers.
Wow, you were so organized. Even Mark Zuckerberg's hearing this and being like, she is fucking great. I don't do accents, but
he probably sounds like that.
Of course he does. Didn't you hear him during his like trial hearing?
No.
Oh yeah. I mean, I didn't watch most of it. I watched more of the Depp Heard stuff, but
I watched. I can do the Depp Heard one backwards and forwards.
Unbelievable.
Great.
The Best Lifetime or Hallmark. Somebody did a.
It was Tubi.
Tubi did.
I was the first person to watch it.
And?
Yes, I loved it.
Yeah,
Megan Davis played Amber Heard. Watched the entire thing.
Wait, let's talk about our. By the way, the Zuckerberg one, you're not missing out. They were just like, so you're taking everyone's info, and he's like, well, what do you mean by taking? I mean, he's got Kermit meets Grover meets every. I think maybe he's an amalgam. How do you say that word?
Amalgamation.
Amalgamation of everyone on Facebook that he's ever seen in one voice, because he's some sort of like, he's like Krang from Ninja Turtles, who was just a brain. So drink 5 if you're playing the Krang drinking game at home every time he's mentioned. So Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, that was must-see TV. The fact that, I remember talking to a friend, he was like, I can't believe it's so popular. I go, you're looking at one of the biggest movie stars, I think, of, I don't know, ever.
The Amber Heard, Johnny Depp, and I know we're recapping this way after it happened, obviously, but I think it's interesting because it seems like this is like, there might be a Brad Pitt, Angelina one. I'm starting to think that celebrities are doing it to become famous again or relevant.
Wow.
Maybe. I don't know. There's a couple trials that might go public.
So Brad Pitt's not getting on TikTok or like making some sort of a vlog. He's like, I'll just do the trial.
How can you guys go to trial? How can you not settle out? Of course, you just want to act. You just want to stage. You just want your own show that you're on 24/7.
And walking into the courtroom.
Do a TV show.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't do TV, so let's just have a lawsuit on TV. Like, I mean, it's really, because you kind of got this sense that it's like, this guy's just kind of they're just two drunks.
Yeah.
These are a couple of drunks. This is Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf played out all over again.
Yeah.
Honestly, I still think they're in love. I feel like we were watching their kink be played out in front of all of us. I was like, you guys should get back together.
A great
No
take.
one wants to be with either of you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You're alcoholic messes.
Yeah.
And you're both just like, let's act. Let's be. You're so, both of you are
They went home and fucked to the audio
dramatic.
of that trial.
The level of narcissism that you started recording your fucking, they're like, well, we're both stars. Shouldn't we be recording what we're doing? That's our thing. That's comedian
our thing.
thing.
Hey, we started that.
Okay, we're the ones
We
that
Instagram Live going through our closets. Hashtag Whitney. We do it.
we started monetizing our relationships. That's our thing. We're the ones that can't be off camera for more than 5 seconds
Stay
at a time.
in your lane, sag.
Okay. And so it was like, there was just this level of like, I feel like we're kind of watching their sex tape right now. Like, it was wild.
God.
I grew up with this shit.
Yeah.
I grew up with every time you say you need something or want something, the other person takes it as a personal attack or manages to make themselves a victim in a way that is so shrewd. That's what he was like, I don't remember what it was. It was like, so Johnny Depp's mom died that morning, and she's like, my dog got stung by a bee. And you're like, how did your brain even go there?
Yeah, she was not staying on topic.
The self-absorption.
He was like, I lost so much money from being defamed. And she's like, I burnt my hand on a turkey pot pie
You're
last
like,
night.
wait, what? Like, there are those people out there that if you know them, you know the madness that it creates. And to see other people see what you've been talking about, because she's the kind of person and that makes someone telling the truth about her sound like a liar.
Right.
So I had this experience with some people in my life where you're like, this person did this and this, and they're like, well, you're exaggerating. You're like, no, you have to see it. And she was right fucking there with her hairdo from The Handmaid's Tale. I mean, she did all these crazy fucking.
She Marsha Clark'd it.
Marie
She just dressed
Antoinette.
poorly.
Yeah, and she was wearing Gucci. She wore a bumblebee Gucci earring when she was talking about her dog being stung by a bee. Like,
Yeah, too close to
women,
home.
when we put earrings on, we're like, am I this person today? Should I wear, okay, I'm going to do a hood. Like, that was just the level of calculation was wild.
I have a question. Well, first of all, you said women don't like to be called crazy, but it was Seal.
I know, I said I don't like to call people crazy.
I love that. But it was Seal who said, we're never going to survive unless we get a little crazy. So maybe we should ask
I
Heidi
believe it was
Klum.
unless.
Oh, you know what? I was dude.
I
love you.
Okay, so is Seal good?
Oh, yeah.
I got to fight with my guy about
Edit
this
that out.
the
I
other
got
day.
way too excited. No, I think he is. I think Seal's incredible.
Is it joke music?
No. You know who is?
Who?
No, Hanson's pretty good.
No, Hanson's
That's
was
joke.
at the time it was good. Now you're like, oh, that was a joke.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
like they made that in a lab.
They came at the right time with. We also didn't have three boys that looked like girls playing instruments and being brothers. Like they were like Beatles without Ringo.
You know what I also learned recently?
What?
As someone that does believe in God, whatever that means to you, I say it. I'm in a 12-step program. I can say God. We say God just as a way to say like, I'm not God.
Gotcha.
Fine. There were a lot of bands that I really liked and only recently found out they were Christian.
Sure.
Like Collective Soul was a Christian band.
No way.
Yes way. Isn't that weird?
They brought me out on the Fully Loaded tour to
Let's jail.
No, it was a give me all your time and give me all your man. What is it? Is that Shine? Yeah, I love that song.
So come on and shine. That's about
Yeah.
God.
I say I'm not good with lyrics. I get into the song because of the melody.
Totally. Okay, I'm just saying, I think Train, there was a couple of like, dude,
Train's a Christian band.
remember, I'll stand by you.
I'll stand by
I
you.
won't let nobody hurt you. I stand by you,
Is that
baby,
Cher?
even though your dog. The Pretenders, Chrissy
Wow.
Hines. Okay, so she, if you go back and look at that video, don't
won't.
ask why I did that recently. There's just crosses all over the video.
Fuck.
She's bathing him. He's wearing a cross. She's squashing the cross. I was, God damn it! Again, that
I'm
was
glad
a
I
Christian
didn't
song.
grow up in a household where my mom was so Jewy that she was like, you can't listen to Creed unless they sing
we
about
live in
Shabbat.
we live in a tunnel.
We live in a tunnel. Yeah, that is what. So, okay, so you're now, being aware of just like
It's just weird when you look back and you're like, oh,
screaming
didn't know that.
Christian lyrics. Yeah,
Yeah, it's fine.
it is fine.
I mean, I masturbated to them. Joke's on you, God.
To who? The Pretenders?
No, I'm joking.
To Seal?
Collective Soul.
Who-
Oh, Seal. I can't. Okay, so this is a really little stupid inside thing that might be interesting to listeners. You guys like boring shop talk. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's,
this is great. Also,
you-
how often are you talking about Seal on this podcast? I'm gonna venture to assume never.
No, this is the Seal segment.
Great.
It's-
Oh my God. Wait, please edit in an animated. I don't know. What does the Seal sound like? There it is. Not
Maybe?
even close.
I don't-
But yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out in post. By the way, the first time, and you're going to discover this with your son, that when my nieces were, I say 3 and 4, and I was doing the animal book with them, right? And they would point at animals, and then I'd make the noise of the animals because they weren't young enough to be, or old enough to, maybe it was even 1 or 2, where they'd point and I'd make the noise. And so, horse, and then like a chicken, I go, "Bark," and then they
we gotta
both
send
wanted.
this tape to Lorne Michaels.
I thought this was a safe space where I could do animal noises and not be animal voice shamed.
I do a great goat.
I don't. Oh my God.
I'm the
this is-
goat, literally.
So this is the one bear in the woods that isn't gay. Get that cock out of my face, Larry. That's Adam Ray with ABC Talent, and I will shave anything for the part. Oh, and I also do Nicolas Cage stubbing his toe in the dishwasher. Oh, Yeah, that one's not bad. Or Ray Romano finding out that the Peloton he ordered for his Peloton party has been delayed and won't arrive in time for the said Peloton party. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I could do 50 more. All right. They pointed to a zebra. They both pointed to a zebra. So I did horse, I did chicken, and they pointed zebra. And my point is, just like the seal, I went like, and they both turned their adorable in sync because they're twins at me like, what's a zebra? I'm glad you went to public school. And I was like, meh, like almost some Tony Danza, like Angela, you know. And I remember one of them brought it up recently to me. And she was like, so they must have been 2 or 3, but still wild. She goes, remember when you did this, like, would try to teach us animal noises? They're 14 now. And I was like, how do you remember that?
Yeah, I was saying, do you?
I guess it was that bad, but like.
They go, we were recording you. We're expecting to be in court.
We're launching a podcast called, yeah.
Oh, shalom. I am on tour right now. I'll be in San Francisco July 25th through 27th. Then I'm coming to Kansas City on August 10th, September 5th, the day after me and Beyonce's birthday. I'll be at the Majestic Theater in Dallas, where last time I was there, someone punched someone in the audience. September 6th, I'll be in Austin, Texas at Austin City Limits Live. I've never done that venue. September 7th, I'll be in the 713 Music Hall in Houston doing comedy in halls still. And then I'm going to all over the country. I'm going to be Chicago Theater, North Carolina, South Carolina, you name it, I'll be there. I can't remember anything anymore, but we'll see you soon.
Say, tickets as usual, WhitneyCummings.com, all the dates, updates, all that stuff.
Can you just leave in you doing that?
Well, if I'm gonna get a little closer.
Pat, what do I say next?
Tickets as usual, WhitneyCummings.com.
What do you have to hold the shaft of the microphone?
And updates. Choke on it. When you get close and choke it.
Such a good tour name. WhitneyCummings.com. Choke on it. I'm going to cut the shit, you guys. WAYFAIR is where I get everything in my home. They have everything. The copy says summer is here. WAYFAIR has everything you need to make the ultimate home destination. Yeah, I agree. Whether you're keeping the kids entertained in the backyard, relaxing on the patio, gathering friends for a dinner party, WAYFAIR has it all. Okay, so WAYFAIR is my jam for a million reasons. First of all, I'm obsessed with outdoor planters at the moment. They have outdoor planters, do you see that? That go on the wall halfsies. Ugh, I feel like Sarah from Labyrinth looking for Jareth. And then, more importantly, they've got the Game of Thrones chair. Need I say more? They also have fast and free shipping, but they have the chair from Game of Thrones. It's my favorite place to breastfeed. WAYFAIR is a to-go-to destination for everything. You laughing back there, Pat?
I love that one.
Was that a snicker?
That was one of my favorites.
Are you neurodivergent bullying? Because I'm dyslexic?
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing, but then yes.
Yeah.
I choose that. I'll choose that one.
Wow, Pat, you have daughters. No matter your budget or style, they have a huge selection of summer home goods ranging from patio furniture and umbrellas to grills and decor. A grill? What? Everything you need for your outdoor area, living room, bedroom, and more. Find everything you need this summer your way at WAYFAIR. Visit wayfair.com or get the WAYFAIR mobile app. That's WAYFAIR, WAYFAIR.com. WAYFAIR, every style, every home. You know, when I started podcasting, an online store was the furthest thing from my mind. That's not true. It was marriage. I kid. Now I'm selling merchandise, and should I do this for a living?
It's worth a shot.
Merchandise, you guys. Anyway, I'm selling merchandise, and it is so easy, all because I use Shopify. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business, from the launch your online shop stage to the first real life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage? The answer is no. Shopify is here to help you grow, whether you're selling scented soap or they still have the outdoor outfits thing. I mean, it's like, how many jokes do I have to make about the outdoor outfits? Do people at Shopify watch these ads? I don't know if they do. I love you guys. Thank you so much for sponsoring the podcast. But what is an outdoor outfit? Whether you're selling scented soap, fine, or offering outdoor outfits opposed to indoor. Are there different kinds of outfits? I have a question. Does it mean outfit like an outfit?
I think they mean like hiking and shit.
Like overalls?
Like you're gonna go be outdoorsy and hike and like.
But you can wear hiking shorts inside too. They won't like burst into flames when you walk inside.
They
like outdoor gear.
Yeah. like
Okay.
like adventure clothes.
Okay.
Whatever that is.
Adventure clothes. It's just a little confusing.
Well, like if you want to sell Indiana Jones costumes.
That's an indoor thing.
Really?
You can't wear that out.
You can't have a bullwhip indoors.
From scented soap or bullwhips, Shopify helps you sell everywhere, from their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout, 36% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms. And sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Whitney, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Whitney now to grow your business. Get that business big, baby. No matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/Whitney. You know what the deal is with you?
What?
You're a true original.
Right.
Like you
do you
no
mean?
one is like you.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Is this what happens when I give you a compliment? It gets this awkward?
No, it's not awkward.
Like it's like you have always had this, and I think, you know, like when we first met, I don't think we figured out when that was. But there was always this, when I first met you, I thought you were a Scientologist. I was
You told me that on the tour. I was like, thank you.
I was like,
Do I jump on the couch now?
I was like, this feels like a religious.
Katie Holmes, what are you doing later?
Like, I was just like, he's too nice. He's so together. Like, he's so positive.
Wow.
Like, comedians, like, you know, negativity is kind of our default.
Sure.
I'm working on that. I'm in therapy to think the way you think. But you're always just like so resilient and so positive and so funny, but not dark,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And that's really rare. Like, how did this happen? By the way, I love being on podcasts because you get to know friends that you've had for years.
Yeah.
You're like, so where are you from?
Well, I feel like you and I have gotten to know each other more in the last probably 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
And that's cool. I also, the more, I guess, just older I get and more seasoned on and off stage, I go, what was the rush in like, and I see people dealing with this now where they're at the clubs and feeling like you need to like be buds with people right away. It's like, you don't. And there's nothing that says that even people, like we were talking about people not liking the way certain comics would talk to them. It's like nobody owes anybody anything.
No.
You owe,
We're coworkers.
Totally. You should be kind. And if someone says what's up, there's no reason to go out of your way to not do that.
But that person's at work.
Yes.
So it's like,
Totally.
in the beginning, I was so scared.
Or to high five everybody just because you see
Yeah.
them 4 times a week.
Yeah.
There's no requirement. But and so now, realizing that more, it's like, it's been kind of cool to, and you in particular, just like be around more, but then be in situations where, especially like this tour last weekend on Bert's Fully Loaded, to be with somebody outside of where we are always.
Yeah.
Because that's where you really get to know somebody. It's like on
Totally.
the road but enough built up until that to where there's just a genuine, respect
But
and
there's
curiosity.
also, I think for me, I was very clear that I wasn't like cool yet. Like, don't get
what
to
does
know
that
me yet.
mean?
Like, let me get my shit together before.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I
Sure.
was very kind of calculated about going like, I'm not there yet. Like, don't get to know me now. I'm kind of a mess.
Sure.
Like, let's be friends.
And see, that's wow.
Let's be friends in like 5 years.
And you're talking to somebody that's like, oh, I want to be friends with that person.
And not yet. I'm not
Because
there yet.
I don't know. That's also the people pleaser in me and for all my relationships and now in my marriage being better, but I was definitely like the saver because like when my folks split, it was my sister and mom and I.
How old were you?
8. Thanks for
So it
bringing
was
it
your
up.
fault?
And it was my fault. I tried to do a joke about that. I wish I could remember it. I had a bunch of divorce material when I first started, but nobody was on board. I'd come out and go, this show feels a lot like my Little League games because my dad's not here. And it'd get nothing except for, oh. And I go, Dad? Still nothing.
Yeah, interesting.
But so I would be, I'd peer mediate between my sister and mom at like 8 and 9. So I think I just became this
Peacekeeper, yeah.
Yeah, it just grew up early, whatever it was. But I just was like,
You were youngest?
yeah, she was 3 years older, 2 years older. And I
Youngest,
also,
you usually like have to fit
do
into an
that.
already established system. Yeah.
and I think the glass half full thing and why I think you maybe view me as positive, which I feel like I am.
I've never heard you complain one time about anything.
Yeah, I mean, I have, and then I when I have, I try to quickly not suppress it, but just I have this like don't make excuses and expect a lot from myself. So I know I think I'm pretty good at like doing that.
You were in big movies.
Sure.
You still do big movies.
Yeah, in a Paul Feig one coming up soon.
That's
with
crazy.
Cena, yeah.
That's wild.
You know what's so funny though? Here's what's wild about the business. My first acting job was, according to Jim, drink 12 if you're playing the according to Jim drinking game. In 2007, it was the season premiere. And
I thought you said accordion Jim at first.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this
It was Jim
show?
Belushi's spinoff. He
This
plays
sounds sick.
the title role of Accordion Jim, and he surprisingly plays the bass clarinet. Nope, stop you right there. That is not an instrument, what you just did.
That's the
That is-
accordion.
you can't do that in 2024. What did you just do?
What is this?
I don't know.
Am I appropriating horse? What's happening?
It was the season premiere. It was 2007, and I didn't book the heat until 2013. So for all
You were
young,
just like in a Sandra Bullock movie out of nowhere.
and Melissa, yeah, and Michael McDonald, and Michael Rappaport,
Melissa
and
McCarthy,
Jane
and-
Curtin,
Yeah.
and Joey Mack. The amount of
You
friends
should have
I
stopped earlier.
was that.
Nothing.
The amount of I mean, I hear this all the time from people when they go, and you know this too from doing a bunch of stuff. You go like movies, especially, are like almost summer camp, but it's like, you know, a lot of those people I still are pretty good homies with, and
Yeah.
and I was only on it for like a month out of the 5 they did, but yeah.
That's one of the Scientology rules. Stay friends with the people in your cast.
Can I be honest? When I first got to LA in 2001, went to school 2001, 2005, so I've been out here for 23
Yeah.
years. And I remember walking down Hollywood Boulevard and seeing the building.
The
But then-
museum?
yes. And then people giving me flyers and being so gullible, but also so vulnerable and also so like curious. So it's like when they were like, hey, do you want to? I was like, yeah, I haven't really been stopped on Hollywood Boulevard yet, unless it was by Elmo to ask me for change, you know?
Yeah.
And we'll add in some laughter later. And so Elmo's on Hollywood Boulevard. If you're out there, he has peanut butter on his shoes and chocolate in his teeth.
He was
And-
asking you to change. He's like, this isn't working. You're gonna actually, this is not.
And so the guy gave me a flyer and tried to get me to learn about the Hubbards and that. And I didn't know enough about it to do that.
The accordion.
To do yeah. And so he ended up like talking my ear off for about 20 minutes. And then I was like, oh, this feels wild.
Huh.
Yeah.
I tried to join and they didn't take me.
That's not true.
It's 100%.
You tried to join?
Yep. Tried.
What
Tooth
it-
and nail. It's a hard pass.
That
I have snitch energy. I have loudmouth energy. I would like, no
Oh,
cult will take
yeah.
me. I want to be in a cult so far. I just want somebody to tell me what to do and just give me bottled water with lithium in it or whatever you do. Like, I just want to be a part of something.
was that an ego hit to
I'm
be turned away from Scientology?
dude, it was almost a compliment. If I wasn't a comedian, it would have been because I'm like loud and opinionated, and they were probably like, not the one. But I went with a girlfriend of mine, Jennifer Goodwin, because in the beginning, like they would take you if you were like they would find up and coming actors and try to get them early, like on the ground floor, because the business used to be like, if you booked a studio movie, the like 3rd or 4th lead, you were gonna be a star.
Wow.
You had the publicist machine, you had the studio machine, you had like it was just a machine. So they knew who was like next. And I went with her because she was I forced her to be my friend. And we went.
Something Borrowed, one of the greatest movies of all time.
By the way, very underrated movie.
Insanely underrated.
Dude, Steve Howie is excellent in that movie.
Krasinski crushes, and Kate and her are fucking
Kate
perfect.
Hudson is amazing in this movie.
I don't know if they were homies prior, but like it's yeah.
Yeah.
And who's the
Jenny's the best.
who's the guy that they're fighting over? Is that who you're?
Egglesfield,
Yeah.
Colin Egglesfield.
Solid.
Don't know him.
Played that guy
Don't know
well.
where he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. And so looks like every guy on Raya mixed
Yeah.
into one person.
Yeah.
And so I go to her to this brunch, and we get there. They take your car, they take your keys right away. The valet takes, and you're just like
Shady.
in this castle. When I moved to LA, I grew up poor. I was like, a castle? Like, I was like, yes, this is where I want to be.
Yeah.
I'm fucking in on this. I go in, there's a buffet. The guy from Lost is there. Like, there's
Pat Sajak's in the bathroom.
dude, there's like what's it called? Pudding at the where I come from. There's pudding at the
That's a sign of wealth.
chocolate pudding at the bar, the
Like-
salad bar.
Like the Jello pudding.
Yeah, pudding.
Wait.
There's only one pudding.
Well, there's pudding pops and there's pudding, but it depends what time you eat it because you might go to sleep. That's not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Can you hear your own impressions?
Yeah.
But isn't the whole thing that most of us can't hear our own voice accurately, so that's why we can't do impressions?
I think I can know. I know that
Do you know it's good based on people's reactions or your own ear?
my own ear,
Wow.
but yeah, I'm hearing, but also the reaction doesn't hurt. But like, Rachel Ray, right? Who I almost was, who I talk about in the special. Like and subscribe.
You
Thanks for
almost did
having
a
me.
Rachel Ray?
So they couldn't see my wiener on the sonogram. Now you can't miss it. So I get small. It's fine. But but in the they couldn't see on the sonogram. So my mom was going to call me Rachel. So it would have been Rachel Ray. And then I came out and they were like, "Oh, there's a little. What is that? Oh, I think that's it." And
Where were you born?
Seattle.
The science was further along
To not be able to see it.
to just not have that accident happen.
Yeah. It must have been tucked in.
Yeah. Well, you can tell by blood test, but I guess that didn't
Right.
exist yet.
So Rachel Ray,
It was tucked in.
I know.
You were a baby.
Yeah.
I feel like when I was a baby, I had a small dick. Like, what? That's your trauma.
Don't wrap that with it.
That's your trauma.
Oh my
That's why you're a
God.
comic. You were like body shamed, like
By the doctor, and
as
I could
a
hear him.
baby.
I just heard it in the womb. Tiny
Baby-
penis.
baby has a small dick.
Oh my God. No, but so if I try to do a Rachel Ray, which I tried to do once,
By the way, I'm
it'd be
glad
like this, and that doesn't sound like. I know that that's wrong, because she's got a raspy voice. But I do that, and I know I can't get it perfect, so I do a jokey version of it.
oh, that's funny.
But like Phil, I feel like I can get pretty close to, but still jokey, but not like Will Ferrell Bush. Like I'm doing more of the mannerisms. It's a little closer to it, you know.
And he's such a doofus energy that you're playing it serious, which is the key.
Yeah, and he even said on Steve-O's podcast, he goes, yeah, he does a pretty good job. He nails the kind of the twang of it all, but he could draw it out. He could use a few more syllables. I think he wants me to draw it out a little bit more, you know. But obviously,
the fact that he's giving you direction on how to do
thank
him
God.
is so funny.
It would have been a big bummer.
You could also
if
be like,
he-
you could also shorten yours.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I give him feedback. You could actually change the way you're doing things, player. Maybe take a look in the mirror and step back and go, maybe the impression of me is who I really am. We'll be right back.
That's what people like.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm going to tell you that in a second. But so Dr. Phil knows about, have you talked to him at all?
I haven't talked to him personally, but we've corresponded through people. And he's all. There's merch I made of me with as Phil that is at adamraycomedy.com, and people love it. And he met somebody at a book signing. I pimp his book out in all my live shows.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That really give him extra like when Tiffany Haddish was on and she was like, what's this guy's deal? And I was like, oh, Tiffany, this guy stopped. This guy said he quit drinking, but he can't stop masturbating. And she goes, you got to quit jerking off. You're going to go blind. And I was like, I actually talk about that in my book, We've Got Issues. If you keep masturbating, you're going to lose your ability to see the world. And so I do like these little plugs. And his publicist was like, hey, thanks for all the extra love or whatever. But somebody was wearing my merch and went to his book signing. And he was like, I love that. I got to get me one of those. And because the kid messaged me, he's like, I met Phil and Robin and they were all about it. And I was like, cool. But also I think it's.
Is Phil Robin his wife?
Yes. It's putting him in a space that he is not in.
Yeah.
And I'm not defaming him. I'm not up there being like, just saying really. I mean, yeah, I kiss Bobby Lee as Phil. I smoke weed every now and then, but like, yeah.
I love that it's just
Silly.
Silly.
Yeah.
This is what we're supposed to be doing. Just joke.
That's all I ever wanted to do. That's why when I would see, when podcasts first started to pop off and I'd be listening to Marin like get real heavy up top. I was like, fuck, do I need to start? And he's got the biggest pot or whatever. I was like, do I need to like be talking about all like the shit that, and I was like, I don't want to. I just want to be. I have all these other ways I think I can be funny.
And also comedy is fashion. We forget this. Like we have to react to whatever's going on. Like at the time when Marin started, you only saw comedians being funny. So seeing them like reveal the sad clown, the behind the
cool, right?
Was like so wild.
Yeah.
To hear comedians talk for 2 hours, like not making jokes.
Right.
But now it's kind of like we do that so much.
Right.
It's like, can you guys get back to the comedy and stop telling us how to vote?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I always feel this pressure when I come out in something that's conversational, that's like, to be sincere and vulnerable. And like, I'm like, I hate
You guys
this.
were so funny. You guys were so funny though. I mean,
We were so insecure.
Yeah, it was, and I was so understanding of like, yeah, we'll chop anything you don't like because the last thing I want is to put anything up that no one's on board with. But like, and that also is a cool part of it for me is putting together people like that, like knowing that you guys hadn't been out there. I mean, this last one just had Dak Shepard, Sal Volcano, and Rick Glassman. Sal and Rick know each other.
What's the logic? How do you pair people up?
I wanted Rick and Sal, I think, together because they know each other well. And then, I'm a fan of Dax's pod, and I was like, Rick, do you think? And he's like, oh, let me ask. And then he was down. And then I was like, oh, we've never had 3, which was a challenge, but and like tomorrow is Tim Dillon and Howie Mandel, but I think they'll be separately.
Insane.
And Mark Summers from Double Dare. He's going to
Insane.
come on and we're going to do a whole, Jeremiah's going to dress up as a Nickelodeon kid. I think I was telling you this. And we're going to do a whole Double Dare like shortened show. Yeah, it's wild.
And then you're going to go on a live tour.
Doing a live tour. When do you think this will come out?
I don't know.
Okay, great. It might not even air. Would you stop badgering me with all these questions?
But by the way, if I were you,
I'm a mom.
If I were you afterwards, I'd be like, I don't know if I want that to air. I don't think I was that
Oh
funny.
my God, so funny. Yeah, we're gonna announce a Dr. Phil live tour at theaters. I know that. Yeah, but I'm doing 2 in Portland and 1 in Seattle to try it out, and
Nice.
then bigger. And I was, and you can attest to this. Like, just taking something up a notch is exciting and nerve-wracking because you're like, oh, more pressure. But I'm only trying to view it as, oh, what a cool opportunity to take what people are into here and try to make it work in a bigger spot.
Yeah.
And if people weren't being so quick to buying tickets to come, I mean, I have them sold out at the store through November right now. I mean, it's
Crazy.
only a 330-seat room, but
Crazy.
But still, it's through. So
Crazy.
that lets me know, okay, cool. I want to.
In a city where everyone is on drugs, indica. For the fact that they bought tickets now, that's wild.
Right. Yeah. What do you think is the main drug that most of LA? If LA, everyone got together and drank the Kool-Aid at the same time, what do you think it would be? Probably weed, right?
Ozempic.
Oh.
I feel like because comedy was invented for alcohol. You know what I mean? Kind of people drinking, they're kind of angry, but they're kind of awake. And now, at least in LA, now that weed is legal, people are coming to shows like they're forgiving their ancestors in the audience and they're microdosing mushrooms.
Yeah.
And like, don't you feel there's like a delay? You guys, life can be friggin' crazy sometimes. And one person's stupid ass behavior can result in another person being rich, bitch. If you're injured by the negligence of some fool, you deserve to be paid. If you're in an accident, not calling a lawyer, it means you could be leaving money on the table. When you're seriously hurt, your injury could be worth millions of dollars. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. I know this to be true because recently we were at a hockey arena doing stand-up with Bert Kreischer, and they had ads along the rink. They have over 100 offices nationwide and more than 1,000 lawyers with over $20 billion recovered for over 500,000 clients. That's so many clients. Morgan & Morgan has a proven track record of fighting to get you full and fair compensation. Submitting an injury claim with Morgan & Morgan is so easy. Dealing with the aftermath of an accident, that's hard, y'all. But submitting an injury claim with Morgan & Morgan is so easy. If you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless they win. For more information, go to forthepeople.com/Whitney or dial #law #529 from your cell phone. That's forthepeople.com/Whitney or #law #529 from your cell phone. This is a paid advertisement. It's that time. The time when I start getting sponsors that want to suck the fat out of your neck. If you get a half day free, SONOBELLO will make your summer way better. It's called micro laser fat removal, and it makes fat disappear permanently. SONOBELLO invites listeners to their exclusive summer savings event featuring their best pricing of the year. It's on for a limited time and appointments are limited, so you need to hurry, hurry, hurry. SONOBELLO doctors are masters in micro laser fat removal. Their brilliant technique removes stubborn fat permanently, whether your problem areas are your tummy, sides, thighs, arms, or saggy, loose, jiggly skin. It's gone in one comfortable visit.
Lose the inches and love your best summer ever.
With the Care Credit credit card, you'll enjoy flexible financing and convenient monthly payments subject to credit approval. See website for details. Visit sonobello.com/summer. That's sonobello, BELLO.com/summer.
Oh, what's the deal with salsas? We had the wine already. I don't need to drink it out of
I love the
can. Yeah. Wait, here we go. I'm gonna give you.
He's such a fucking, what are those things called? Nutcracker doll?
I'm gonna give you a topic, and then you give me a topic.
Oh,
No?
let's go.
It's one of my favorites.
Let's
And
go.
Sebastian, this is all out of love because, hey, man, you're one of the best to ever do it.
He won't even hear about this.
I think you're hilarious. All right.
Wait, we're going to give each other subjects for Sebastian stand-up.
Okay, so you give me a topic.
Hats inside with teams on the front.
Sheesh, guys. Right, I figure it's got to be a casual segue into it.
You guys see these guys with the hats?
Yeah, it's a Target with my wife. Saw these guys walking around with baseball hats on. They don't play. You're not on the team. I had a, yeah.
But then The hats.
Yeah.
You gotta wear the hat.
Yeah, there's some sort of like
You gotta wear the hat.
It's got the embroidery,
You get
the
a
whole
hat.
logo.
I gotta know your hobby.
Yeah.
I gotta know the men you follow.
I don't know your name, but I gotta know your team.
I don't know.
I don't know where you live.
I don't know you. I don't want to know who you
I don't want to know who you
for.
are. I go into Target and then there's some big. I go into Target, I walk through the aisle, I get my towels, and I go the fuck home or something. Wow, that
By the way,
hurt.
he
How
was
does
on
he do that? That
he was
hurt.
on Rogan
Just
the
threw
other
my
day
back out.
saying that his shoulder got dislocated. I'm like, yeah, I wonder
Yeah,
why.
I wonder, dude.
One of the
You're
muscles-
doing a Chipotle act out that takes almost 15 minutes.
He's literally like one of those like blow up men at a car dealership that's just going up and down.
It is. I mean, we're not that physical,
Y'all,
right? I mean,
y'all wearing the hats
okay. Let me give you one.
inside. Inside. What's the?
You want to golf
Because
indoors
of
too?
because of the what? It's for the sun. Like wear the sunglasses.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
gotta put in-
Wait, that's yours. Sunglasses indoors.
Fuck. That's actually a hard one.
Yeah. All right.
So
God, I've never seen him
Hold
pull
on.
his collar to the
Let me
side.
get my angle on
Yeah.
sunglasses inside.
Are you looking for a
You
piano
see
in
the
here?
Yeah,
you
it's a cool
see
guy
the people that wear the sunglasses
Oh my God, that was a Sebastian like. Hey, you see these guys?
wear the sunglasses inside.
The sun's out there.
The sun's not in here. It's out.
Unless the roof caves
The
in.
sun. So now while I'm talking to you, I'm not
Yeah,
different.
it's great.
Now while I'm talking to you, I gotta look at me.
Yeah. Oh wow. Funny.
I signed up to look at you.
Wow. Funny. Yeah.
Now I
yeah.
gotta look at
Yeah.
myself.
I could have done this show in my bathroom. Wow. Insane.
Where I come from, you squint.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You squint.
That's actually
like a man.
Oh my
You
God.
squint. You go blind if you have to.
Perfect.
You get a migraine if you have
You
to.
get. Oh my God. You do. We dealt with stuff when I,
I
was
get a
a kid.
migraine before I wear glasses.
That's actually a really
inside.
funny take too. You squint. We didn't wear glasses
Back-
inside.
you
It's too
squint.
bright. Guess what? I didn't even go to the thing. Because you know he's at that
I
great.
walk in, can't see, go home.
my God. Oh my God.
Or I walk around the whole event like this.
Yeah.
Like this. Like this.
And guess what? Nobody wants to talk to that guy anyway. That's so funny.
You got the Ray-Ban? I got to know the name of the guy that made the glasses.
Yeah.
I got to know who made the things that's on your head.
Oh my God.
Okay,
Perfect.
who else is like
Great.
Sebastian's good for this?
Oh, okay.
Like what other comic is good for this?
Let me ask you this. If you're just going to go watch a show, do you prefer Joke City or stories?
If I'm gonna watch stand up,
If you're in a city and you're like going to take a friend of yours wants to go to a show or they're in town and you go, I'm going to be a fan tonight and take my friend who and give them. Have you ever done that, by the way?
it was with Sebastian. This is maybe like 8 years ago. I took someone to see Sebastian.
Cool. At the store or at a big.
At this improv.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was like a small kind of.
And you
thing.
weren't on the lineup. You just went to watch.
Yep, just
Cool.
went to watch.
Yeah.
Sat, and by the way, going to watch comedy, it ruined my life because I realized how hard it is for people to watch. There was food and there was clanking. Like people are like,
wow.
I was like, no.
Well, the improv, yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, as a comic, I was like, why is
Oh,
what's
wow, yeah.
Just eat it. Like I was so protective. Also, because
Wow.
Sebastian uses silence is so important,
Yeah.
and people were just like clanking, and I was like, ah. But yeah, so I don't enjoy watching it for that reason.
Okay.
It's like watching an ice skater you think is like gonna fall, and you're just like monitoring the audience
Right,
the
right,
entire
right.
time. If I was gonna,
What is your preference, I guess? Like out of the people that got you into this, but also right now, if you had to watch
what's your
one-
answer? Like go see comedy?
Yeah. I mean,
Why is this so hard for me to understand what you're asking?
just if you had to
Who do I
go-
like?
What do you prefer like a Bert
Are you asking
storyteller?
me out?
Do you like a Bert storyteller?
I mean, I love Bert storytelling.
Okay, great. Or I was gonna say, or more like the Mark
Jokes.
Norman, Sam Morril, just 10 jokes in a minute.
I guess because I'm a joke dork, I like them both for different reasons, and
Okay.
I like to try to figure out why each pulls it off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like watching Bill, obviously, always. I love watching Jim Jeffries. I feel like he always has a
Whoa,
fucking,
yeah.
but he kind of pisses me off because you're just like, how that it was right there. It was right there and I missed it.
Do you have a certain amount of jokes you have to get in a bit, or is it just like you're writing as it comes, or do you sit down and actually go, I don't want to talk too long before your brain probably just innately is like thinking of the joke as you're trying to make a point about something or, cover a certain topic, right? About like,
I try to take one topic and I remember Gary Goldman said this once, like milk it for everything. So like I did a special that was just about robots. And I was like, I'm just going to write as many jokes about robots as I possibly can. Sex robots, Roombas, are we robots?
and just asking questions and questions.
I was like,
about,
I'm just going to own robots. So that I'm not doing 3 jokes about airplane food, 3 jokes about religion, 3 jokes about dating. You know what I mean? Because I hate segues so much.
Oh, why?
Speaking of health insurance,
don't do that. Oh yeah, that's
the only way to do it. It's like, speaking of razor scooters.
Well, there is for sure. I mean, there is a. I mean,
I like it to feel like a bunch of jokes that are in like one big story.
Gotcha.
In a way, but
Cool.
it's not necessarily a story. I kind of like to do that. And then my OCD just gets very like, I don't like, and this is maybe like an odd codependent thing, I don't like being a person that pisses on a premise and doesn't get everything out of the premise. Because at our level,
I mean, that's responsible.
When you go like, oh, Bill is doing stuff about aliens. I'm not going to touch aliens because Bill's doing it. And, you know what I mean? And then when you're like, I'm going to do robots, it's like, I don't want people to go like, I can't do robot jokes and I'm doing 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, if you don't want every topic milked out entirely, watch my special, like and subscribe on YouTube, where you get something for everybody. You get jokes about flying high in the sky. There's not as much rhyming as there is right now.
Segways, which by the way, the fact that I said I hate segways, speaking of razor scooters, segways are scooters.
Yeah.
My segue was about segways.
Yeah. We're going to edit this out. But my special is on YouTube. Like and subscribe.
You don't work here.
I have Pat's email and Cell and LinkedIn and Tinder and oh my. And so it's on YouTube. Like and subscribe. There's material about my white rapper brother-in-law, Dirte. There's material about my nephew, about marriage, about
what if someone was like, his nephew's in it? What if that was why they watched it?
Well,
you just
my mom is excited. My mom intros me.
You just try to bait pedophiles. I watched this happen.
There's some pedophile material
we
in
are
there.
groomers.
It's a great segue. There's some pedophile material in there. Thank you. Wow, you are really good at helping. You're like, hey, is there any pedophile material in there? There is, Jay Whitney. Is there any material about your mom?
And
she actually introduces me, Jay.
That's wild.
Yeah.
A comedian that gets along with his mom. This is fishy.
Oh, she's my hero. She's the greatest. Single mom thing, but also not just single mom. Just
she raised you guys from when you were 8. Can I make that up?
Yeah. But just, she's just the greatest.
Also, why do you have to like say she's single? What if it's by choice?
It definitely was not. Yeah.
But I mean now.
Well, I'll show you the tape.
Is she single now?
I videotaped him leaving. Yeah, no.
Is she single now?
No, she's remarried to my stepdad.
Then say remarried mom.
Okay, I love that.
Single mom is you're like.
Well, I said she was a single mom.
It's just okay. It's funny that I'm just.
Oh, she's not a single mom.
I'm just
now.
like
my stepdad's there, but not really.
I'm like stumbling on something that I think is funny. How we just like she's already raising a kid alone. Do you have to like let everyone know she's single?
Yeah. I have a quick joke about that. When my stepmom was on hospice, and I was with my dad.
It's funny already.
Segue, and I texted a friend of mine. He's like, "What's going on? Blah blah blah. Do you want to?" And I was like, hey man, can I just, get back to you in a little bit? I'm with my, I'm up in Oregon right now. My stepmom's on hospice. And he texts back and he goes, oh shit, nice. And I go, that's a weird response. And he goes, oh, I'm so sorry. I reread this. I thought you said she's on Hospice. I thought that was a new dating app.
Hospice, like one of the Spice Girls started a dating app?
For hoes. But no, and he goes, dude, hospice. He goes, that's way different. I go, yes, you think?
Oh, we're live. Hi, Instagram.
Hi, Instagram.
Here with, look, there's like your posters on.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. We're talking to Adam Ray. As usual, I didn't ask him anything that you guys will want to hear about because I'm bad at interviewing. So we want to take some questions.
Well, with that attitude, you are. You got to change the way you approach the day.
No, it's a fact. It's most of the comments. So I just want to make sure that we ask him questions that you want us to ask. Someone wrote, oh my God, you're so lucky Adam is on your show. So
that's my mom or my mom's friend, Kathy Scheibitz. Shout out to Kathy Scheibitz.
Hi, Kathy. They're looking forward to seeing Dr. Phil in Seattle.
Whoa.
Okay, so you guys, please ask questions. Saying that we're great is super nice, but goes in one ear out the other. It'll never work. We need questions. Do you like the Dave Matthews Band?
Love them.
Is that
One of my favorite
Dude,
bands of all time. Unbelievable.
Satellite.
Oh, yeah. Well, they sound a little bit better. But okay, that was it.
The key to me is I like to sing songs in a way that won't get dinged by YouTube because they're unrecognizable.
Oh, cool.
But you knew what that was.
Oh, yeah.
The only tricky thing is hike up your skirt a little more.
Yeah.
Tough. Little girl.
Yikes. Yeah, but it was the 90s. Hey,
Dude,
if you don't like that, don't watch Nickelodeon. Well, Dave's, he's, and yeah, I call him Dave, like every Dave
Do you know
fan
him?
does. I met him once, but he was pretty sauced up, and I was pretty stoned.
You are like if Dave Matthews Band was a person.
Cool.
Minus the hike up the skirt a little more.
I'll take that.
You're just like, everyone loves you. You're so positive.
Oh, my God.
It's like...
Their music is infectious. It's pretty...
Who's the Dave Matthews Band now? Like Dave Matthews Band, I don't think people understand today how big Dave Matthews
Oh, they're the
was.
biggest rock touring group, I think, of the last 20 years.
Insane.
And they have, we went last year to the Gorge. They closed out the show. And shout out to Jeff Coffin, the new sax player, who's a homie. He was from Bela Fleck and the Flecktones. Insane musician. They're musician. They're made up of some of the best musicians in the world.
Who'd win in a fight, Adam Santino or Rick Glassman?
Oof.
Well, Rick would make everyone spend 5.5 hours figuring the rules of the fight.
Yeah.
First.
Yeah, I think you just go ahead and you can kind of put he's on the couch. He's like, oh, you touched that part of my chair while we were wrestling. So he'd stop the fight to clean the chair because you knocked over a Coke on the chair.
We die of mental exhaustion before actually
So I'm
getting
gonna
into
go ahead
the
and
fight.
and I think Rick is taller than you expect, but man, I mean I don't know, I'm pretty big. Santino and I think would have a good. He's deceivingly, I think, strong.
Really?
Yeah, but also maybe not. Maybe.
Do you work out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yikes. We'll
Sorry.
edit out the reaction, the face, and the cadence in which that line was.
You guys,
Holy
I
shit.
stopped getting
No,
Botox.
That's fine. Worked out this morning, but clearly this shirt doesn't fit as well as I thought it did.
I stopped getting Botox, and now you can see my real reactions, and it's become a problem.
Good. You don't need Botox, right?
No, I don't. I only got Botox, like a television network told me to get it because I looked tired. And it was just, they do one here and then one here, and it sort of stops these wrinkles.
Yeah.
But then I was like, why am I doing this? Like, this is...
Yeah, you don't need it.
I don't know.
You don't need it.
I
Quit fucking with your face,
it'd be
too.
weird if you don't have a lack of wrinkles is weird.
Yeah.
And I actually think that wrinkles are like a sign of youth now because girls in their 20s are getting Botox, and you're like, you kind of look
Wow, in
100.
their 20s?
Yeah. Yeah. It just wasn't for me. I also want people to know how I feel about things.
If they don't give it to like teenager, like you can't get it that young, right? Like it's probably not legal to be like 10 or 12 and get Botox.
If someone gives a teenager Botox, you should go to jail. You mean the Epstein Island Botox kiosk?
What?
I don't know. I don't know.
Botox kiosk. Great band name.
What was the best show you've ever had?
Probably Red Rocks with you and John Legend perform in the rain, and you performed in the rain too, and made the most of it. That was amazing. People left and came back because they knew John Legend was coming up, not because you were crushing, but because no, actually it was because you were crushing. I thought you'd laugh at that. But we did Red Rocks for Series Fest, my friend's pilot competition festival, and you went up when it was pouring down rain, and you just stood your ground and got poured on, and made people laugh, and that was wild to watch. I would give you your props on that.
Really?
Oh yeah. And then Legends coming up, you kept them there because a lot of people were getting up to leave, and then people when they were coming back. That's why I was joking. Some were coming back because John was coming up, but they could hear laughter. So they're like, all right, cool. We'll sit through the shit. But a lot of people already were roughing it out to be rained on. And then John came on, and there had just been a shooting, I think, in Virginia.
Yep.
And he did a song like to them, and like, oh man, it was fucking crazy. And he's singing in the rain. It was wild. So I don't know if that's the best show.
Yeah,
but
that was like
that sticks
magical.
out. Yeah.
I mean, someplace like Red Rocks, there's some venues that you're just like, it's your dream to play. And I was like,
yeah.
I was playing Red Rocks for the first time, and I was like, this is not going to suck.
Yeah.
I will
No.
not let this suck.
My second favorite show, probably my special. Like and subscribe now on YouTube. Shot in Madison, Wisconsin. My mom is at the beginning. Go ahead.
Ask Adam if his marriage is bad yet.
No, pretty great. Loving it. McDonald's loving it so far.
Animaniacs Lunchbox. Yep. That's behind him. Thank you. Will you ever...
She cast Animaniacs.
Will you ever make more clips poking fun at Dave's fans? It was so funny.
Oh yeah,
Dave fans?
I made a video when we were out at the Gorge, and it was like a shit Dave Matthews Band fans say. And I nailed it because I am that person, but also was, doing it in a fun comedy way. So
That's so
it
funny.
kind of went viral and got posted by, and I sent it to Jeff Coffin, the sax player, and he was like, dude, I hear this shit all the time. He's like, and it was every type of like, dude, are you guys, dude, I heard Boyd's coming back for this show, the violinist, or it was just a bunch of jump cuts of like, yeah, they're going to open with Crash. Well, I was in Saratoga last week and it was Crash 41 Gray Street. But funny story about Gray Street, it's just that nonstop. Super fans. Every band has that. Santino and I just went and saw the Dead at the Sphere, and it was like, listening to Deadheads talk is similar to Dave Matthews Band fans,
I hope it's okay that I'm asking you this,
Yeah.
but because I do think people are probably curious. How long does the Dr. Phil makeup take?
2 hours.
Nice.
2 hours to put on about. She said so my makeup gal, Jen Aspinall, was on SNL for about 10 years, the original Mad TV, the reboot on CW that I did, nobody saw it, and then Westworld and Winning Time, and she did my Jay Leno, Pam and Tommy makeup. She won an Emmy for that. And she could probably do it in 30 minutes if she had to. She's like, if we was SNL, she's like, even less.
Wow.
But she takes her time. It takes about 20 to get off.
Do you play video games?
Man, I mean, not as much as I used to as a kid, but if on the last Burt tour that I went on with them, they had NBA 2K on there and I played. If it's got to be in a place where I'm just like, I'm either a little drunky or a little stony and I'm not working and it's late and I'm not distracted and it's like, it's a reward almost.
Yeah.
I don't have.
Turn your brain off.
Yeah.
Through stand-up and podcast, who's the most famous person you've met that you may have fanboyed on or embarrassed yourself with?
I mean, I just got a 5-minute voice note from The Rock about an hour ago, so that was pretty cool.
The guy's unstoppable. He
Is
has a
he?
shampoo line and he doesn't have hair. I mean,
Yeah, checkmate.
is he going to run for office?
I don't think so.
Did I ever find Shelley Miscavige? I haven't.
Who's that?
The wife of the head of Scientology. I had a manic episode in July because I took those magic mushroom microdoses that everyone just takes all day, and I got obsessed with finding Shelley Miscavige. And you know what? I'm fine with not finding her.
Have we found? Has anyone found Forrester yet?
Who's that?
Really
Natalie
bad joke.
Holloway?
Remember finding Forrester with Sean Connery? You're the man now, dog. That line was in every trailer, and it was almost spoofed on something. What was it, Pat? Do you remember what I'm talking about, though?
Yeah, you're the
Sean
man
Connery
now,
said, this
dog.
angry old man. You're the man now, dog. And he had this like young inner city kid that was like going through tough times. And Connery's like a tutor. It was like Dead
Yeah.
Poet Society, but one-on-one. And he was like, you gotta get better grades so you can play basketball. You're the man now, dog. And I remember seeing that in the trailer and being like, dude, Connery is the shit. This almost makes up for him being like, you can slap a woman. Just you gotta use the right hand.
That's right.
Remember that clip?
I do.
And sometimes they act out, sometimes they look at you, sometimes they put down a draw 4 during Uno, and they deserve it. He didn't say that, but I'm trying to make it funnier. Thanks, Pat. But is this for the pod or just for IG
was
Live?
really
'Cause
No,
they're
we
getting
use
gold
it.
right
We
now.
put it in the
Oh,
pod.
great. I was joking, by the way, but you're so sweet. No, it's going in.
Oh, no, it goes in.
Any Uno talk stays in.
Yeah, your shows are canceled.
Oh, my God.
No, I didn't he seem like he was kind of joking in that clip?
No.
Oh, really?
Oh, 1,000% no.
Then how come no one has said he beat me? No one came forward, I guess.
Because I think some people can just
They didn't want to get a
say,
knuckle sandwich.
Look, you can hit a. I haven't, but you can. I think he was just taking that stance. Look, I wouldn't.
I love interviews that 20 years ago aired once and they're just gone, but
Yeah.
now they're just
They're
like
coming back.
Dude, I love watching TikToks of Prince on like the news,
Yeah.
being like, the chemtrails are here
Yes.
and they're being sprayed on us, and you're just like, that just aired, and someone's
Yeah.
like, let's not rerun that.
Yeah, I don't think he actually hit anybody. I think I think he could have been like, you could dip your cock in a milkshake, but I wouldn't do it. I think he was giving an example of it was just poor small talk. He was like, here's something you could do.
These questions are great. When's the last time you lied?
Oh man. I don't know if this is a lie, but
To my baby saying I'm coming right back?
whoa, triggering.
Sorry.
Triggering.
Sorry.
Too soon.
Too late.
Too late. I mean, do you use? This isn't a lot. Well, no, I did use a show excuse to get out of going to a. It was like a baby shower thing. This was maybe like 2 years ago, but I just said the show. I used the show excuse.
Yeah.
And I think I did have a show, but I said like I have a later show too, so I couldn't go.
You don't know.
And I felt bad. And man, I could have, but I just didn't feel right being like,
I hate it
I
when
don't
you
want
lie.
to go.
I hate it when you lie to someone and they go with your lie. And like, I have a show later. Oh, can I come? And you're like, no, I'm just working on
You
new
gotta book
stuff.
it,
And they're
yeah.
like, I'd love to see you work on
Yeah,
new stuff. And
yeah.
you're like, I lied.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you.
We can't deal with that though.
Like, it's the worst when someone won't let you lie to them.
Yeah.
They just keep pushing.
I used to get my balls busted by an ex for omitting stuff, but it was stuff that was long distance, and she was so, and she was great, but I wish she didn't have to. She was getting me as I was just getting into this, and so she was in Seattle, I was in LA, and I'd be at the Comedy Store patio and talking to her, and then she'd hear like voices in the background, and she was like, "Who's that?" And I was like, "Oh, it's this person's a friend from there in town visiting. You said there were no girls there, And she
It's comedy.
totally, and I was like, "Oh,
There should be no girls there.
So she got on this thing that I was omitting things like that. And I was like, I didn't think there was a reason for you to say, oh, and Sandy's friend from Illinois is in town. Do you want to say hi to Christine? It's Amy. See, I don't even fucking know who that is. But just the idea.
I love that we're still doing this for phones.
Oh, no, this was me just. No.
I know, but like, shouldn't it be that?
No, just when the phone would be here like this. This was me. I just do this a lot. This is my gesture.
No,
When I'm on the
everyone
phone-
does this.
No,
You're
this
not
is-
that. You didn't start this.
Not for a phone, though. This is me. You never just do this.
Oh, you're just like
I'm trying to pull the
cowabunga?
rug out from under your bed. You're just a cowabunga guy. What is because I do this a lot in pictures now. I panic and I go, don't you fucking take a breath in like that. Double thumbs up is what every beach cop from 1984 to 1996 did. And they fucked a lot of divorced
and
moms.
someone was a manager at Senior Frogs.
Oh! Wow.
This in photos.
Yeah.
I
What
gotta
do
be
you do?
honest.
You're good with, you have like, you've got a bunch of good, yeah.
I definitely do a little bit of a like,
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah.
Look at
That's fun.
Look at him, but
You did that with Cam Hayward, the Steeler.
yep,
Yeah.
I did.
The big guy.
Yep.
Yep.
I did.
The point's good.
I don't know what to say to athletes.
athletes.
You know what I said when I went up
We're
to
having
Cam?
a great conversation.
Cam
though.
what?
Hayward.
Hayward. I was
Beast.
standing next to him. Did not. I was like, this would be like you guys talking to the Pittsburgh cheerleaders.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what would you say? I'm just in there being like,
That's actually a great way. And I think, I was like, so do you guys get to practice your moves
Yes.
at home or do you have to do it at the facility?
do you wear tights under there?
Do they
or-
bring Gatorade for you? Do you guys have to buy your own
Clean.
soft drinks? Fuck.
Like, imagine a room full of Pittsburgh cheerleaders and you just have to hang out with them. That's me and a bunch of Pittsburgh
Wow.
Steelers.
Thanks for, I've
So
never.
I'm just in there. I'm like, and they're all like, my wife loves you. And I'm like,
Cool.
okay, let's make a video for your, I don't know
That's
what
cool,
else to do.
though.
But Cam is so nice. And he's a big player, right?
Huge.
Okay. So
Won the Walter Payton Man of the Year award last year. That's like the fucking, you're not only one of the best players, you're one of the nicest guys, like on and off the field, which.
I know, Mona. So
Mona.
So I walk up to Cam Hayward and was standing next to him. Like, we had a couple exchanges
Yeah.
and then it got kind of quiet because when you're in a relationship and the other person's like, there's no flirting gonna happen.
Right. You're
You know what I
shooting the
mean?
shit.
Yeah, with nothing to say. And I just went, no, I still say Redskins.
Did you say that? That's so funny.
I was like-
yeah, good. That probably made him laugh.
I was like, I'm not giving it up. He's like, yeah, me too. And I was like,
Yeah.
all right.
That's so funny. So you don't even care to meet
It was like I
athletes.
carried a watermelon in Dirty Dancing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Just saw that for the first time.
No.
Yeah.
What is this thing? My guy's never seen Footloose.
Even I've seen that. I don't remember it.
These are actually very amazing questions. I know you have to leave soon.
Yeah.
People keep
I mean-
asking if you're my boyfriend. Yes. Does Elaine love Xanax?
Oh my God. That's another character I do. That I did on Kill Tony once, and I did stand up as her at the store. It's 4.5 hours. I look like an old woman, and it's wild. I'm gonna actually have to. Well, I'm not gonna make you pull up a clip. I'll send you something. But
Okay.
Did her on Kill Tony. Improvised this song at the end. It's called "Call Me for a Titty Fuck," and it went kind of viral. Anyway, she's very into pills, Xanax, Plan B gummies. She takes them for her arthritis. You've got a pill. She'll swallow it.
Sorry. Is it the fire detector that's going off? And she's my, hey, who cares? Never bark if there's a fire. Let me burn.
Oh.
Let me burn. I have a double thumbs up to pick with you, Adam. Someone said.
Oh no.
Adam, I love your adult movies.
Cool.
This is all very nice things. I wish I could
Four
get to
lines
all
in
of you. guys.
Barbie, by the way.
Really?
Met Allison Jones,
Casting,
who
the best.
put me in the heat, and then was like, "Do you want to play a cop in Barbie?" It was about 10 lines, got chopped down, but got to make Gosling and Margot Robbie chuckle a bit. And let me just tell you, if given the opportunity to sleep with one of them, don't know who I'd pick. We'll be right back.
Did he put stuff in his face or was that fake?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know how to gauge that.
Okay. There was like some thing of him like having his face looking all crazy, but
really?
I think it was like an AI thing or something.
Yeah.
I think it was
No, it looked pretty normal.
that is he. I am not a Ryan Gosling guy.
Oh, I think he's a pretty great actor.
Yeah, he's an amazing actor, but I'm not like. I'm not.
Yeah. Is that how you guys do it?
Yeah, I need a blue collar. I need a beard. I need a scar. I need a bad tattoo.
Well, he
if
had
you
a
don't have
beard
at least 3 women's tattoo from your past on your body, I'm not interested.
For real?
Yes.
Wow.
And one needs to be named Tina. I want a Trish on there.
A Tina tat.
Yeah.
Now, thinking about getting a tat.
Let's
Just turned
go.
42. I'm getting now hit up, and you've experienced this for quite some time, but with a little bit of buzz and whatever you want to call it, I'm getting hit up by a lot of people that are fans of Phil stuff that are like, come to this restaurant, come to this, free tattoos.
No free tattoos. Pay double.
But some of them look really legit.
No sale tattoos, no sale breast
Why?
implants, no sale.
Well, that you can't talk me out of.
There's certain things you should pay market price for.
Okay.
And I believe tattoo is one of them. I don't want anyone doing me a favor with permanent ink.
Wow, yeah.
I would like to pay, please.
If I get my first one, what should it be?
But if you tag them, I guess that's
Yeah.
that's barter.
Yeah.
I do like a barter system. I think artists and people in general forget like bartering.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'll get you tickets to the show and
Oh,
tag
yeah.
you if you give me a tattoo. That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
But to not pay someone is sort of like it annoys me when the only people that can afford it.
Oh, no, you got to
get
take
it for free.
Oh, yeah. I would. There'd be a reciprocal, like, posting or
What
something.
should you get? Do you have a dog?
Yes. Pickles and bagel. Yeah. I don't know. Not my mom's name on my shoulder. That's very.
I like mom
That's
though.
like
I think an old school mom, like a
Really?
sailor tattoo that's mom, is hard to beat. Freddie Negretti's really good at those. He's at Shamrock, but he like does like prison tattoos that like feel like
cool.
you know.
I don't want to get a portrait. I think like.
No, definitely don't do that.
Like I'm a big Jim Henson guy, so
No,
part of me was
no,
like
no.
maybe Kermit the Frog smoking a joint, but like that's too much. That's
Definitely not a human portrait because people don't understand when they tattoo women's faces on their body, they have body hair because you guys are hairy and gross. So there's like a hair
so
coming
that
out of
tattoo of Naomi
Sacagawea.
Watts now has a goatee.
She's transitioned and she looks like Steve Buscemi. No, don't do it. You're
From
gonna get
Watts
some
to Buscemi. That's the
you're
name
gonna
of
get
my
some weird
next special.
mole.
But for now,
all of your moles have like a giant. My dude has girls tattooed on his body like a hot sailor girl, and there's just like a hair coming out of the side of her face. It's so gross.
that's amazing. What if I get Pat's face?
I don't hate it. Well, if it's a
How about this?
guy, that's fine because you can shave their beard.
How about this? It's Pat and M. Night Shyamalan riding a tandem bike to TCBY.
You know
Remember
what you should
TCBY?
do? Yeah, of course I do. Thank God it's
Friday. No, that's TGIF.
no,
with
it was the yogurt
Step by
place,
Step and-
TCBY.
Yeah, frozen yogurt.
I just was singing Step by Step, the theme song, because when I saw those roller coasters at the theme park we just went to, I started singing the Step by Step theme song.
Would you get flagged if we sang it?
Step by step, day by day.
Day by day.
Mile by mile.
My God, such a good show. Cody?
Go your own way.
Remember Cody's like, I live in a van in the backyard. I swear I'm not going to fuck one of your kids.
You know why I love this
I
show?
haven't seen the show in a while.
The hot girl was a brunette.
Oh, yeah.
That never happened in the 90s.
Christine Lakin or something?
Yeah, with the long, like, hot, she was like Winnie Cooper.
Oh, no.
vibes.
That Brenda was the middle girl.
Brenda was always the hot girl name.
Yeah.
It's always Brenda.
Yeah.
Brenda or Tiffany. But wait, tattoo. What about, honestly, if you got a Dave Matthews Band tattoo,
Really?
that would be so fun.
And I don't care about the hate or the whatever.
No,
like
my
I wanna,
dude only has joke tattoos.
Okay.
And I love it. Kyle Kinane, same thing.
Joke tattoos.
They're just like,
Maybe like
What do you care about?
the front side of the Denny's menu or no?
what about the girl's name is cute?
Yeah?
That's cute.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be sweet.
That'd be cute.
She kind of wants to get matching ones because she wants one too.
What about your wife's or mom's name in the Comedy Store font?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
This is kind of where I shine.
How about just a
permanent mistakes?
How about a portrait of Paulie, Don Barris, and the Electric Mayhem from the Muppets driving the Electric Mayhem bus to a Dave Matthews Band concert where, guess who's introducing them? Pat. It all goes back to Pat.
People are obsessed with Pat. It's become like a thing.
I see why.
Everyone's like, "What's up with Pat? What's up with Pat?"
It's fun to have an audience in the background. It helps a lot.
Everybody seeing you this weekend?
No, doing some Phil shows, but I'll see you soon at the store or maybe in another state. But
love you.
but a lot of fun hanging on the tour. That was really
Been
cool.
blessed. I
Yeah.
love you. And let's do this
Love you
again
too.
soon. Adam Ray, like and subscribe. Out now on YouTube. Watch it.
And all the Dr. Phil live specials are on YouTube. Go see Whitney and Nikki's, and there's more coming. And AdamRayComedy.com for tour dates all the way through November.
He's the best.
I love you.
It doesn't get better than
Thank
you.
you for having
I
me.
love you. Don't ride elephants.